Hey y'all, it's Shada Imore, your favorite expat with nomadic tendencies. Welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to give you 10 essential tips that you need to know before you move abroad. The first tip is to prepare yourself mentally. Listen, it's going to be a lot. You're going to second guess yourself. You're going to have family members and friends trying to convince you that you're crazy, but don't listen. Stay focused, plant your feet, and move forward. You didn't buy your plane ticket and do all of this researching and investigating just to throw it all away. Keep moving forward, or else you might be miserable and really regret your decision of not doing what you wanted to do in the first place. The second essential tip that I want to give you is to join an expat group. Now, this is not mandatory, but I think that it is beneficial because you'll be able to network and gain relationships with people before you even get to the country. Also, you'll be able to ask questions and get answers to questions that you didn't even know that you had. So joining the expat group can be a positive thing. Actually, it's a win-win kind of situation, especially with you needing support in the new country. The third essential tip is prepare and organize your documents. I'm talking about passports, flights, itinerary, medical prescriptions, visas. This is very important. When it comes to the visas, you guys, they're not planned. Some countries will allow you to do an e-visa. Some will allow you to apply upon arrival, and others you have to do it before you get to the country. So you want to make sure that you understand the requirements and have everything in order. If you don't, you will not be able to enter the country. The fourth essential tool that I want to tell you is start decluttering and downsizing. Listen, don't overpack, don't overthink it. Create you a checklist and go by that checklist. Don't go buy extra suitcases and then you have to pay money for the suitcases. Don't overpack the suitcases and then you have to pay for the weight of the suitcases, because I promise you they have deodorant, soap, toothpaste in these stores. Now, if you want a certain brand, there's a possibility they may not have that, or it could be extremely high. But it doesn't negate the fact that they still have everything that you need in order to function. So don't overthink it, you guys. The fifth essential tip is checkups and medications. See if you can bring your medication into the country. If it's not allowed, then you may need to rethink the country that you want to stay in. If it is allowed, then go ahead and get you an advanced supply, because they may not have your medication in the country. Now, when it comes to checkups, I suggest that you get a full body workout. Go ahead and use all your insurance. That's medical, dental, chiropractic work, all of it. Get yourself right, because it may be a while before you go back home, or they may just not have the kind of service that you want, and you just want to make sure that you're healthy before you go anywhere. The sixth essential tip would be your living accommodations. Go ahead and start looking for a place to stay at least a month before it's time for you to go, and do it through a reputable source. Okay, this way you'll be able to get a refund if stuff just don't pan out right with your Airbnb or your hotel. After you get to your location and get over jet lag, then you go and look for a place to stay. That way you can put your own eyes on it, because I wouldn't suggest trusting what you see on photos. It's a gamble, and it is, even with Airbnb and hotels with bookings, but still, it's better to put your eyes on it before you give your money to anybody and can't get it back. The seventh essential tip that I have for you is make sure your cell phone is unlocked. This is very, very, very important, because you won't be able to talk to nobody without your cell phone being unlocked. What this does is allow you to use an international SIM card in your cell phone anywhere you go. You can call the cell phone company that you're with and ask them to unlock your phone, but the key thing is making sure your phone is paid for. So if your phone is not paid off, you either gonna have to pay off that bill to get your phone unlocked, or you can go to Best Buy and purchase you an unlocked phone. and then take that with you and put an international SIM card in. So it's up to you, but all in all, make sure your phone is unlocked. The 8th essential tip that I have for you, and I think I'll be saying this with everything because it's the most important thing, and that is set yourself up financially. Go ahead and open you up a savings account and put yourself on a tighter budget so that way you can have a certain amount of money, whatever that is, whatever works for you. Make sure that you have that amount. So I would say if you're thinking about $10,000, double it. Make it $20,000. Put that to the side so you can start somewhere as you prepare to make your move. Now, there are ways to make money. You can apply for a work visa, meaning you can choose to work in the country that you're going to. That takes a little bit of time, but if you get approved, then they will cover or sponsor your visa. You can do freelance work as far as becoming a project manager or a copywriter or social media manager. You can do that. Or you can ask your job if you can move overseas, and that would be perfect if they will allow you to do that. You could just come up with your agreement, your letter of agreement, and move abroad. And the last thing would be start your business. I suggest starting a business and get you a digital product or digital online course that you can really work, because things are going that way anyway, and it'll be difficult for you to sell physical products if you don't have a warehouse to house it, or if you don't have a company that you're working with that can drop ship. So think of all of these things, figure out what works for you, and do that. This next tip is for people who are traveling with pets. Now, I don't have no pets, but I have to give y'all this information. I'm gonna look down at my laptop to help me out on this one. Certain breeds cannot enter into the country. So you want to make sure that you are able to bring your pet, cat or dog, into the country. You can use a relocation service, or you can DIY, do it yourself. But you got to make sure that your pet is vaccinated, that they are microchipped, that they have an international certificate, and some other stuff to be able to be approved and fly with you. I don't know if every country requires all of this stuff, but it's just a tip for you guys, for those of you who are thinking about moving abroad with your pet. It's just like moving abroad with another human being. The last and final tip that I have to give you guys is confirm your travel accommodations. It doesn't matter if you did it yesterday or the day before. Continue to do it, because your flights can get canceled. Do it all the way up until that last night when you lay your head on that pillow and dream about you getting on that plane. Make sure that your flights have not been canceled, that you have set up accommodation for someone to pick you up from the airport, and that your rental place, Airbnb or hotel, is approved, confirmed. So all you have to do is get off that plane, convert your money, get your bags, go through customs, get your phone plan, and then get in the vehicle so you can go to your Airbnb or hotel. Don't that sound good? It really does sound good. Well, that's all I had for you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.